Have you ever wondered why some relationships thrive while others barely survive? What if I told you the secret to lasting love isn't about grand gestures or fairy tale moments? It's about something much deeper. Welcome to Heart Tales, where we unravel the mysteries of love, one story at a time. Whether you're single, in a relationship, or just trying to figure it all out, you're in the right place. Grab a cozy blanket, maybe a cup of tea, and let's get started. Because here at Heart Tales, we believe every heart has a story worth telling. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's begin this journey together. Today, we're diving into a story where a husband faked his death for his true love. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see love in a whole new light. So, grab a cozy blanket, maybe a cup of tea, and let's get started. Because here, at Heart Tales, we believe every heart has a story worth telling. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's begin this journey together. Funerals are supposed to be the end, right? They say funerals are final, a closure, a goodbye. But for me, my husband's funeral was just the beginning of the cruelest chapter of my life. I stood beneath a black umbrella, numb, my fingers clenching its handle with white-knuckled force. It was raining. Of course, it was raining. Perfect weather for the perfect lie. They were lowering his coffin. Shen Jihao, the love of my life, gone in a mysterious car accident. No body, just ashes. I sobbed, believing I'd lost everything. 2 years later, I saw him, alive, laughing, holding another woman. My name is Lin Yue. Once, I thought I was the heroine in a fairy tale. I married a man that everyone envied, Shen Jihao. He was the golden boy of the corporate world, brilliant and charming. Our wedding was like a dream, but dreams can deceive. He wasn't affectionate, but I told myself it was just his way. I gave up a scholarship abroad to be with him. My friends said I was lucky, but loneliness crept into every corner of our apartment, and I buried it with chores, meals, and silence. Then, one rainy night, I died, hit by a car, just like that. But instead of ending, my story began again. I woke up in my old bed, sunlight streaming through the window. My hands looked younger, unscarred by time. A calendar on the wall showed the year, 5 years before my death. Had I been given another chance? At first, I thought it was a dream, but then memories came flooding back. The distant husband, the funeral, the betrayal. I had been reborn. Let's investigating the past. I didn't confront him, not yet. I wore my sweetest smile and played the obedient fiancé. But I watched, I listened, I investigated. I discovered locked drawers, secret phones, late-night messages. I followed him once, disguised in a hoodie. He went to a small art gallery, smiling in a way he never had with me. Inside, he kissed a woman named Jung Min. Her laughter echoed like knives. They had been together for years. I was the cover, the stepping stone, the perfect wife on paper. The fake death was revealed. I hacked into his cloud storage, found audio recordings. We'll fake the accident. I'll vanish. She's too soft to question anything. He wasn't just cheating. He had planned to leave me grieving. He wanted freedom with his lover, and my heartbreak was just a step in his story. I ended the engagement, publicly, calmly. We're not aligned in our goals, I said at a family dinner. His parents were furious. Mine were confused. He stared at me, searching for the girl he could manipulate, but she was gone. I pursued my dream, enrolled in graduate school, launched a fashion startup. I invested in myself. That's when I met Lu Chen. He was nothing like Jihao. Quiet, observant, kind. He never tried to impress. He remembered the little things. He didn't ask what I needed. He anticipated it. One night, I broke down in a parking lot, overwhelmed by the weight of both lives I had lived. Lu Chen said nothing. He just sat beside me, letting the silence be my comfort. A stranger slipped a USB into my mailbox. No name, just a note. You should see this. The footage showed Zhang Min in a hotel room with another man. Ji Hao thinks I love him. She laughed. Let him transfer the assets. Then we vanish. She was using him. The grand love he faked his death for. A lie. And he, the master manipulator, had been manipulated. I met him at a gallery opening. Yue? He asked, shocked. Alive and well. I smiled. I showed him the footage. Watched his world collapse. Why are you showing me this? He asked. Broken. Because you thought you could script everyone's life, but your own. You wrote my tragedy, and now you're living yours. I burned our wedding photos, tossed the ashes into the river. I married Lu Chen beneath cherry blossoms. No lavish affair, just sincerity. When he held my hand, it was like touching home. I was reborn, not to relive love, but to recognize it, to see betrayal for what it was, to realize that love isn't sacrifice, it's mutual. Sometimes you need to die to live again. My name is Lin Yue. I once mourned a man who never deserved my tears. Now I live a life that finally feels like mine, because the truth is, love isn't blind. It just waits for us to open our eyes. They say when a heart breaks, it never heals the same way. But maybe, that's the point. Maybe we're meant to rebuild it stronger, wiser, and more selective about who we let in. I once gave everything to a man who saw me as nothing but a pawn. I loved blindly, sacrificed endlessly, and mourned deeply, only to find out it was all a lie. But I was given a second chance, not to change him, but to change me. In this new life, I learned that love isn't about losing yourself. It's about finding someone who helps you discover even more of who you truly are. I found that love, but more importantly, I found myself. So if you're listening to my story, remember this. Don't chase the one who walks away from your light. Be the one who walks toward it. My name is Lin Yue. I was reborn not to relive the past, but to finally live the future I deserved. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever been betrayed, broken, or overlooked, just know, this time, your story can end differently. Thanks for watching. Hoped you liked it. Before leaving, please hit the subscribe button, comment your thought, and share with your nearest and dearest one. See you in the next one. Until to the next one, spread love,